Welcome back, the second episode of our exciting series, Road to 1 Million. In this episode, we're diving into our very first trade that ended in profit. Starting with $20,000, this winning trade has brought us one step closer to our ultimate goal, the magical $1 million mark. Why did I take this trade? How did I set my entry, stop loss, and take profit? And what made this trade successful? I'll break it all down for you on my trading dashboard. So stay tuned. This is where you'll learn how to trade smarter and more profitably. Here you see the S&P 500 futures chart, displaying the time period from late November until now. I've marked each Friday with colored boxes. Blue boxes represent Fridays that closed positively. Purple boxes represent Fridays that ended negatively. I noticed a seasonal pattern in recent weeks, where a so-called Friday move occurred repeatedly. On the first and second Friday, the upward move was clearly visible. The third Friday didn't follow this pattern. On the fourth Friday, there was a significant rally. The fifth Friday started with a sharp sell-off, but the market stabilized by 12 p.m. and reversed upward. This consistent pattern led me to consider another potential Friday move. On Thursday, the market dropped to the 5,880-point range, a critical support zone. This level had already formed on December 20th and was confirmed again on Thursday, January 2nd. Based on this support and the seasonal pattern, I decided to trade the Friday move in the long direction. It was a strategic decision, grounded in clear patterns and technical levels. It's now 6:42 a.m., and I'm about to open a long position. The reason is that the Friday move typically starts in the early morning hours. I want to be positioned before the market opens to take full advantage of this potential movement. The S&P 500 future is currently at 5,928 points. I'm curious to see at what price I'll enter the market shortly and how the Friday trade will unfold. Here you can see my trading screen, where I execute my trades. For many beginners or even those who haven't worked with interactive brokers before, the dashboard can seem a bit overwhelming at first, with all the flashing numbers and charts. That's why today, I'd like to give you a brief introduction to my trading desktop. It is now 10:06 a.m., and as outlined in my trading analysis, I have opened a long trade at 5,930 points to capitalize on the Friday move. At the moment, I'm long on the Micro E-Mini S&P 500. In the top left, you can see the chart display, which shows the market's price movements. Currently, the chart is set to candlesticks, with each candle representing 1 hour. I opened this position at 5,930 points. The Micro E-Mini S&P 500 differs from the regular E-Mini S&P 500 in terms of the point value. For the E-Mini, it's $50 per point, whereas for the Micro E-Mini, it's only $5 per point. This makes the Micro E-Mini ideal for my account, which currently holds a value of $20,000, as the larger movements in the E-Mini would exceed my risk tolerance. You can see that I went long at 5,930 points. Stop loss, set at 5,840 points. This is the level where I'm willing to accept a loss. Take profit, set at 6,038 points. This is where I plan to take my profit if the market reaches this level. I don't plan to hold this position overnight. My plan is to close it by the afternoon, regardless of whether the take profit is hit or not. My position consists of 8 contracts, which you can see both in the chart and in the order table. As you might have noticed, the positions from the order table are also visually represented in the chart. Just above the order table, you'll find my watch list. That's where I keep track of the instruments I plan to trade. For this project, Road to 1 Million, I'm focusing entirely on the S&P 500. I traded in either the mini or micro version. The two are basically the same, but they differ in one key aspect: the point value. Let's talk about the order entry and portfolio performance sections of my dashboard. In the rapid order entry window, I place all my orders, whether I'm going long or short. Every trade I execute is systematically recorded here. Another key section is portfolio performance, where I can track how I'm doing overall. I started this project with $20,773. Right now, thanks to the Friday move trade idea, I'm up about $1,200, which is a return of 5.8%. I'm really curious to see where the S&P 500 will end up later today and how this trade continues to play out. At the moment, we're at 5,960 points, and the first upward move has already kicked in. So far, this trade is off to an excellent start. It's now 2:13 p.m. Let's take a look at how the position has developed over the past 4 hours. The Friday move has continued to gain momentum in the long direction, and we're currently sitting at 5,989 points. This puts the position roughly $2,300 in profit. The Friday move has played out in full, and I believe we've likely hit the peak for today. I'm closing the position now, as the seasonal pattern suggests that the Friday move typically reaches its high around midday. My sell order was executed at 5,990.25 points with all 8 contracts at 2:14 p.m. This allowed me to lock in a profit of $2,400. My current account balance now stands at $22,997, meaning I've started 2025 with a winning trade. This puts my current return at 10.83% for the year. I am very happy that the first trade of the year 2025 and for the Road to 1 Million project was a success and that I was able to make a profit. However, it is important to understand that in trading, we are always dealing with probabilities. Therefore, it's not about the individual trade, but about being profitable in the long run. Have a plan, stick to it, and don't care what others say. I am the Traderpunk.